Hi guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be doing my first Chanel unboxing. So I don't really talk about Chanel a lot on this channel. I used to be a huge Chanel fan 2008 and around 2010. Back in 2008, I luckily had enough to purchase a lot of Chanel bags secondhand. I used to buy them off of eBay, usually through Japanese resellers. I've got really good at authenticating, and they used to also run this promotion where you would get 30% off if you used to search through Bing. So let's just say I got a lot of Chanel's in like the $1,000 to $1,500 range. Back then I used to get a lot of flaps because one, they resell better, and two, that's what I always thought Chanel was about. And then right around when they started doing those crazy price increases, by then I've lost interest because they started raising the prices without any sort of quality improvement, and they used to raise them in a way that was ridiculous. I mean, they still do, but like 2 to 3 price increases a year. There's no tariffs, there's no improvement in quality, there's no supply chain issues. So they were just doing it because to me it felt very greedy. So after that I stopped buying Chanel. I basically sold everything. I mean, like I said, most of them were flaps, so I didn't really lose money on any of them. If anything, I probably gained a little bit, but it wasn't a lot. For the most part, I don't regret any of the ones that I sold, except for one. So you can see it on my blog post here. I do a comparison of a vintage Chanel with the one that I have left, which is actually this one. So this one is the medium flap in caviar. I'm always a fan of caviar leather because it's just so much more durable. Anyways, that one I regret. It was beautiful. Like the caviar was shiny, the gold-plated hardware was beautiful, and I don't think I sold it for much. I mean, it was still before 2020, so I don't think it broke the $2,000 mark. But anyways, that's the only Chanel bag I ever regretted selling. So this one I got from my mother. It was one of the very rare designer bags. I think it's the only one actually she's ever really bought me. It was for my 30th? Was it 30th or 35th birthday? Yeah, I guess I stopped buying around 2015 or 2016 then. So, but anyways, and I gotta say, like quality wise, that vintage one was so much better. I can't sell this one because even though I never use it, it has too much sentimental value. And so yeah, so this is the last Chanel remaining until this year. So 2026, I don't know what it was. It might have been the influence of vintage shopping in Japan and all the Chanels that I saw, but I saw this Chanel bag and I fell in love. So yeah, so this is also in caviar. It's in red and it's definitely not a flap. So it's interesting. I'm gravitating towards these long shoulder bags. I looked up the date code. It's from about 2012. Part of why I love it so much is because it's such a worn out looking bag. I mean, Matthew Blazy, the new creative director of Chanel, is now all about the beat up Chanel bags and the casual Chanel bags. And this, I just saw it on Brandier, a reseller on eBay. And yeah, I just saw this bag and I fell in love. I've already used it several times. I've actually also did a full cleaning of it. So that video will be coming very soon. But what I really love about this bag is one, it has these leather shoulder straps. So one of the reasons why I ended up selling all my flaps is because they don't have this leather strip. So it just, the chain would dig in. I mean, I had the jumbo and that was probably the most egregious. Like even if you just had your essentials in there, the weight of the bag alone is going to cause the shoulder straps to dig in. But even that one, you know, if I wore it for a very long period of time, it will just start digging in. So I'm just not a fan. But I found that if it has these leather shoulder straps, it makes it a lot more comfortable. There's no chain marks, so it's just so much better. I also really like that it has a back pocket for your phone, but it also still has a really cute front pocket, which actually still has the turn lock. So, I mean, I've noticed a lot of the newer Chanel bags, they don't have turn locks anymore, which, I mean, I understand is a cost savings, you know, but I think having that characteristic turn lock even on a bag that's not a flap just makes it better. I mean, so this is a pretty flat pocket, so there's no gusset. There's no gusset here, so you can really only fit flat things. Obviously, it's more for just design and, you know, aesthetic than it is for actual practicality. But it's just nice to have, you know, you can put your parking ticket in there, not parking ticket, your validation ticket, validation, whatever it's called, card. And then inside, so inside it looks like this, which if you know Chanel bags, they're not usually like this. They are usually, they have like, especially the older bags, the vintage ones, they'll have like the word Chanel in the polyester or silk or whatever material fabric. But this one doesn't, which kind of makes me think it was Frankensteined in Japan. Basically, the lining was ripped out and then just put back the key elements. I mean, it still has the date code and all that. So I don't know exactly, it wasn't disclosed. So it does make it kind of a unique bag. I mean, the fact that this outside looks as beat up as it does here, like just look at all that sagging, but inside is pristine, right? So there's definitely something going on, but I'm okay with it because I didn't buy this bag to resell it. It really was love at first sight. Yeah, it's just like that worn, beat up look, but it's always been kind of what I loved about bags. I mean, in Japanese culture, when a bag has been worn in and starts to take the characteristics that are special to that bag alone, you know, they say the flavor develops. But I basically love when a bag really starts to get its own flavor. So anyways, so that's Chanel number 2, first one for 2026. And now I took a chance on another one. So I know vintage Chanels are a little bit better in quality, but of course they're still going to be worn. But in general, I refuse to pay over $1,000 for a Chanel. So this one was actually just a little bit over because of tariffs. And this one's just a little bit under. Ooh, interesting. This is not what I was looking for. All right, so anyways, hold on. Whoops, that was the wrong box. Okay, so that's coming at a later point, and I'll talk more about it later. But for now, this is the box that I need. All right, so, all right. Oh. Oh. Wow, that is a ginormous box. All right, so let's open this up. Okay. Wow. This one's old. Look at this box. Have never seen a box like this. So this has gotta be at least 90s. Like I said in the past, I really like how Japanese people take care of their things. And so this is basically a full set from the 90s. Let's see how it is. Wow. All right, old Chanel bag, the felt one. Wow. Oh. Ooh. That is really nice. It's really nice that it also isn't moldy. I mean, at least not the exterior. Wow. It's actually in really nice condition. So meet this vintage chevron lambskin. What is this, tote? With these beautiful rolled handles. So it is in the color black, but it has faded to the point where you could almost say it's dark navy. There is definitely some wear and tear, but it's been very lovingly used and taken care of. And then also look at this beautiful gold-plated little accessory, little ball. I mean, it's weighty. It's really pretty. So yeah, I'm suspecting this is from the 90s. And I've said in the past, I'm done with finicky bags. I'm done with bags that are hand carry only. So it does come with a shoulder strap that's removable, which is actually really nice. And it's not just fully chained. There is a leather portion. Wow, the fact that this one, oh, and these gotta be gold-plated hardware. Because it's got to be from the 90s. The fact that this is this looks pristine. So obviously this person probably used this mostly as a hand carry bag, which I can also tell because there is a lot of wear to the lambskin on the leather. But still, I probably would leave. Ooh, this chain's pretty heavy too, considering it's only some bits are the chain here. Most of it is actually leather, which is great. Yeah, this beautiful hardware. It is quite a bit more golden, and I can just do a quick comparison. But let me see. Yeah, all right. So can you see the gold on this? The modern Chanel is quite a bit paler. I think it was since 2010, where they stopped gold plating their hardware. But this is definitely post change, so it does not have gold plated hardware, but this one does. Oh my gosh, I'm actually very much in love with this bag. So I don't foresee myself having any sort of Chanel resurgence, but yeah, I just love, oh wow, this is really beautiful. The inside is immaculate. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, so the outside is definitely a bit worn, but the inside and the chain is immaculate. And obviously it was a full set, so it's been very lovingly used. And the fact that I got it for under $1,000 is pretty great for a Chanel lambskin bag. We'll probably look into seeing how I can kind of condition it, but I can already see that parts of it starting to like flake off. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, what do you think about my 2026 Chanel, what's this word? Resurgence? Revival? Reissue of my interest in Chanel? I mean, maybe it's because there is Matthew Blazy there now, and he's bringing all different kinds of bags. And also, yeah, but I mean, I'm only really interested in the vintage ones at this point. I cannot imagine spending retail for Chanel bags in 2026. Like at that point, I'd rather save it a little bit more and you can get a brand new Hermes bag. So, and you know what? Hermes will repair theirs indefinitely, you know. So this, I wish I could take this to Chanel and they just like fix the handles, replace the handles and all that, but they won't. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.